Hello students, welcome back. Hope all of you have seen the first part of the chapter Representation of Geographical Features. If you liked and understood, please don't forget to share your valuable feedback. Today I am here with the second part of the chapter. So let's start. Here, before going to start, first we should recall whatever we have discussed in the first part. In the first part, I have explained the definition of map, the methods to indicate scale, the types of scale, that large scale and small scale, that topographical map, how to locate up any of the feature in the topographical map with the help of grid, stings, northings and the four-figure grid reference. Till then, we have learned. Now, I will start after that. Is it clear? Yes, students, in the topographical map, I have shown some conventional symbols last day. Yes, it is very necessary to study the topographical map. We should know the different symbols as well as different colors which are using in the topographical map and which are accepted universally. Okay, so I will tell first about the color which are using in the topographical map. Yellow colors used in topo map. First, yellow color that is showing cultivated land. White color, uncultivated land. Even within that, broken ground also can come. Uncultivated land. Blue, perennial sources of water. It can be rivers, stream, tank, well, etc. And black color, all the seasonal sources of water. Is it clear? Next, red color. Red color is showing that first is roads. All type of roads it is showing in red color. Then settlements that permanent huts or that also any kind of settlements, it can be different pattern we can see. So roads, settlements, even the grids. Hope you have understood that last day I have shown the vertical lines, the eastings and the northings. It always will be shown by red color and the also number, whatever number it will be there, it will also shown in red color. Is it clear? So roads, settlement, grids and eastings, northings, always it will be shown by red color. Brown color, contours. Next, railway, bridges and all the other writings, it will be always in black color. And one important, that is green color, it is shown vegetation covered area. Vegetation covered area. Vegetation covered area, it can be any kind of vegetation, it can be forest or normal any of the trees. It will be different colors which are using in that topographical maps. If you know that, you easily can study this topographical map. Is it clear, student? So please, here I am showing, this is the map which is given in your book. Here different colors showing. yellow color cultivated, white color uncultivated, there's green color forest area, then here settlements, these are the red color roads here, okay, and then you are getting to see some here blue color, that is the perennial source of water, black, these are the streams, okay. So here the black means these are the dry, and all the grids it will be in red color. Is it clear? All the grids. So here all the numbers, whatever of the grids it is given, that is also given in red colors, okay. Is it clear? So students, always remember at the bottom of the map there will be the linear scale. I am showing another map, a sample map here. Hope you are getting to see. Here always at the bottom of the map there will be given this linear scale. When you want to measure the distance, actual distance in the ground, whatever given in that topo map, how you can measure that? Like here the road given, you put your divider on that, some also distance you will take from here, and then you put on that linear scale. If it is coming to that point means 2 kilometer, because here 2 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer, so 2 kilometer you are getting. This way you easily can measure any of that area. So it is very important, students, to know the color symbols to study the topographical map. Is it clear? Yes. Now we will talk about the landforms. Student, in that topographical map there can be different kind of landform. And all that landforms will have different kind of heights. Basically the heights shown in the topographical map by spot height, another is contours. Contour. So first I will tell about spot height. What is spot height? Spot height is that the height of a particular place, not an area, particular place, okay, our sea level. So this is the first point about spot height. Second point is that this spot height always will be marked in the topographical map by black dot. It will be shown in topo map by black dot. Is it clear? By black dot. And it is not mandatory the surrounding area's height will be same, because I have said particular place height. Okay. So how we can identify the location? I have last day said how to locate any of that feature. So here I am showing you the map. You are getting to see, and here last day I have said how to locate. First you have to see the eastings, then the northings. If you will see 23 these stings and 27 stings. Here are black dot showing 327. This is in the meter height. So 327, this is the spot height of that place. Okay. Another 24 by 24, it is showing that 366. Another spot height which is showing by a black dot. Is it clear, student? Okay. Next we will get to know about contour. What is contour? Contours are that imaginary lines which join the places having same height above sea level. So it is the imaginary line which joins the places having same height above sea level. And here most important point, it always will be shown in brown color. It will have brown color. Okay, and they never intersect to each other. They never intersect to each other. Never intersect. Okay, but in some exceptional case like that where there is breaking of slope, they do touch to each other and they form different features like waterfall and cliff. Like waterfall and cliff. Is it clear? So here it is very clear that contour basically showing and also joining the places which is having same height. If I am giving example 500 meter of contour, it is means showing all the places having same height over that also ground. Is it clear? Or over that sea level. Here this contours placed after a particular that also interval, that is known as contour interval. How we can take this particular interval? Basically where the RF will be 1:50,000, that case the interval will be 20 meter, and where the RF will be 1:25,000, there will be the interval will be 10 meter. Okay, and how it increase? It actually increase towards the inner part and decrease towards the we can say where there is low land. Here I am showing these like these are the contours. Here if it is 800, then 700, then 600. It means that gradually it decreases that towards that lowland area and increasing towards highland area. Is it clear, students? So I will tell about more in that next part. So please see the video and understand. Okay, thank you.